Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you all are well. It has been a heck of a weekend. I know I saw you guys on Saturday with our Forever World, but I hope you all are doing well. And if not, I hope things get better. So, I crafted the Dragon Soul. That's where my supercharged coil went. I had been looking for that for so long. Oh my god, this is the only chest I didn't frickin' check was this. Sorry. Um, because I've been working on this a good chunk of the morning because I got woken up around midnight from Athena having the zoomies. And then she jumped on top of me. Speak of the devil. Hi, Athena. Yes, I love you too. No, you do not. So Athena does this thing when she wants attention where she'll just headbutt your arm, and she keeps doing that, causes which if I'm holding my mouse will cause it to go like all sorts of places. You gonna curl up in my Are you gonna curl up here, or are you gonna just lay outside the door again? Oh no, she's going to keep. Yes, I know, but I'm doing stuff, Teeny. I love you too. Then there's Baker behind me who's just like, this little shit doing all her stuff. I was trying to sleep. But I did manage to figure out some stuff with the Dragon Soul. I did have to change some data modules, meaning I did have to cheat, which I didn't like doing. But I did that a long while back now at this point. Um, this is what I have been working on right now. All this crying obsidian's being crushed down, combined with deep slate, and turned into normal obsidian. I actually had to come over here and add some speed and efficiency upgrades to this. And this, and apparently we are. Eee. That is something I will have to fix. But the other thing I did, I don't remember everything since it's been so long. I know this is now at its most efficient just because I'm using it for power. And I've just been feeding it cyanite here and there. We are almost to the netherrack piece that we need. We have 3 of the 9 that we need. So we're getting closer. Um for the dimensional seed portion of it. But we're working on this today, and we're just missing this. And we need shattered singularities and whatnot. Like, we just need a bunch of random stuff. This should be done by now. You freaking serious? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I have the 8 we're gonna need for this. Literally, we are like so damn close. I just need the quantum computer core, which I'm missing the quantum computer storage for. And then that, I am missing this, which requires more of these, meaning I need 3 mega components. Okay, so for singularities to shattered. Okay, I need 4 of the ender pearl dust and skystone dust. I'm just going to take a stack of each, because then I don't need to worry about shattered singularities anymore. I am so glad I automated some of this stuff because it just makes this final part a lot easier. Um, I know in like the chat history you can see I had a radiation incident. Let's just say I was messing around trying to fix something over there, and yeah, I had to deal with radiation. But that was like really early this morning. We have everything except all the SPS casing, but we've been slowly making the plutonium that we need. Because we need 60. This is set to a burn rate of 3, but we're out of fissile fuel. And for that, we need more uranium, which apparently we are not producing anymore. for some reason. Or at least not fast enough. Um, is that... Yeah, that's a radioactive bee. Hmm. Because for this, the comb block, it comes from the centrifuge. Yeah, radioactive bees. We just are not producing enough, so we're probably going to need more radioactive bees. Good, these are done. So I can set these up because we need a diamond. Also, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, like, I've just been slowly doing stuff with the bees, and I'm quite sure some of them have, like, duplicated at this point, and I don't know how. But, like, I've just been slowly trying to get everything we need. Which is easier said than done. Let's see, do we have... We have uranite bee, but I need radioactive. Radioactive, radioactive. And yes, I know it's laggy. It does that whenever I do that. I don't know why it does. It just likes to. Okay. Because I need to really up my game with that. So we'll do 2 sets to add to everything. But the other thing I have been doing... Oh, turning nighttime already. I filled these out a little bit more with stuff because I realized we really need a lot of stuff. But I added emeralds because we are close as heck to getting the ×4 of them. But, other than that, like, the dirt, we have a ×5. We still need a lot more, though. Gonna take the cyanite. Gonna take the Certus quartz because I need a lot of electrified quartz, and I had to set up an auto thing for that. It was annoying, but sometimes that's just how it be. Yeah, this is what I've been doing for most of the morning, is just back and forth stuff, a lot of the grindy stuff that I've needed. But whenever I need, like, the charged quartz, I just put it in there, it auto does it. We have 2 of these, which we need 3 to make the mega. And we need 3 more mega ones. I just don't know what I'm gonna do about it just yet. Haven't thought that far ahead. Yeah, I've just been putting so much cyanite in here to turn into plutonium, which then gets put into here and then turned into a bunch of magentite. And I have a few things I can attach stuff to. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. We do need to still get to the obsidian, but I've been slowly working on that for the bee section by doing this. Because bees have been, like, my mainstay way of actually doing the obsidian. So this has been like, oh, grab some and just add it to the obsidian down here. Because we need ×5 obsidian. And we have 8 ×3. So we're, like, over half the way there. It's just a very long process. And we don't really need many more things with draconic chunks unless we wanted to make a heated centrifuge, which might not be the worst thing, because a heated centrifuge would help a good chunk. But that takes 2 speed, another inactive dragon egg, which I don't think I even have. And I can check. Yeah, no. Because I have the speed upgrades. The issue would just be getting everything else set up. But if I did, I could use the comb thing for each of them to make them even more productive for me, which would not be a bad thing, honestly. A lot of the stuff I have done in this world has just been, like, mismatched recently. since like the last time we actually played, just because I haven't had as much time, and I've spent a little more time on the vanilla stuff anyway, just because I've really had a creative spark recently. But can collect that. I accidentally opened the crafting menu. Okay. So today we're gonna work on antimatter because we need 2 antimatter pellets for our crafting recipe of this because we have everything else except I believe the item cell, which means yeah, we need a lot of stuff. But and here's the big but. We need to go into reactors and we need to set up one of these phase shifters, but we need 60 of this, meaning we need 60 times 4 plutonium pellets, but minus 4 on top of that. And then same for everything else. It's just annoying. Thankfully, I only need another 56 casings, but that's the first and like main thing. And but the issue is the lack of plutonium. So we're gonna want to actually get more uranium going. Why I am doing the bees, but I don't think we have any extra up here, and if we do, not a lot. Oh, never mind. We actually have 400, but that is still not a lot. And then 7 blocks. We definitely need a lot more uranium, but it's at least a start to keep it moving. I really should see if I have uranium seeds from mystical agriculture, because I don't think that... Oh, there are, but I'd need to set something up for it. Honestly, it is not the worst idea, though, to set that up. There we go. And then that'll get enriched into the cakes. It's 2 per. I just need so much more fissile fuel and, like, whatnot. And I might just need to figure something out with that. Let's see. I might have uranium seeds already, but if I don't, I'll just craft some if possible. Because I know I have a bunch of stuff. Uranium or uranite. Well, we have 4 uranium seeds. They're tier 4. And then I need a assembler. Do I not have any? Okay, I do have another formulaic assembler. I need one of the crafting grids, wherever the frick they are. I know I have them. Just searching. Craft. That did not help. In fact, I don't even... It's like a pattern. I know it's a pattern. I might have put it somewhere else. Yep, there they are. Crafting formula. I knew it was somewhere. I just didn't know which one of those chests it was in. Okay, we'll need this one for that. I need ender drawers. So I'll need an ender. Okay, I need 2 ender chests, which I do not have. But I can make with what little obsidian I do have left for stuff. And then... Oh, wrong chest. Okay, so we can make 4 total. I need normal drawers. I need just wood. And then boom, boom. I can attach these. What else will I need? I know I'm gonna need my tools. Okay, I got my pipe wrench. And then where's the pipes? Okay, cool. Item pipes. Energy wise, I can do several things. Actually, I could just add on to this. Also, why do I have them separated like this? I don't remember why, but I don't think I need to have them separated. Also, yeah, I got rid of most of my dirt just so I could actually put stuff down. Okay, so I know this is going to annoy my OCD, but it's the only real way. Oh no, we're gonna start getting stuff that's not uranite if we're not uranium if we're not careful. Um, shit. There we go. Now that'll help us. I can do a bit of this. Chuck these worms out. Grab my Paxil back. I have loads of this crap. But it also means I can just... You know what? I'm just gonna quickly do this. Because I didn't think about that before I did this. You know, I probably should have, but... Okay. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes you just gotta. Okay. That should be enough. Okay, that'll be on a 7x7 now. Unless it didn't change because of lag, but I can just easily get rid of the rest of this fertilizer by using the hell out of it. Okay. Um, auto mode, stock control on. Clear, auto eject, input, energy, output. Why? Oh, that's why. Output, input. Then I can try and get rid of that. And easily replace it. Put these back in here. I'm honestly glad it already had its own thing. But now, where is the uranium? Okay. So for this, I'm going to need that. And I believe it's this that does it. No, that locks it. So I can lock that to only be that. Then I need this, which will stored frequency in the tool. And now we can take this over there and we can set the frequency to deposit any uranium it gets from that away into the area over here. Actually, yeah, I can just do that. But if needed, I can always just there we go. Perfect. Now that that is a drawer frequency, I can do this. And I can go connect over there. Easy as pie. And I can always add like upgrades and whatnot, but it should add at least a buffer as well. For like, oh, let's say it's full and whatnot in that one barrel. Well, shit, I guess I'll leave it then. But right now that'll only pull out the uranium. Meaning I can okay, I already put those away. There. Put that away. But I'm quickly gonna make it so it only goes into the barrel because I'm also thinking about the logistics of that right now, and I'm like, wait a minute. Half the time I can fall through that, the other half I just can't. I don't know why. I guess I just suck at it. Okay, that's getting made into uranium cakes. It's getting made into that. It's getting made into that, which is running out of energy quick as hell. Okay, note to self: make some structural glass. We are going to make a bunch of energy upgrades to put around the place. Can put that away now. I've also decided to just keep the engineer's toolbox out since I'm not going to use it for anything else anyway, so might as well. Boom. Gonna need that. And then I need steel. Whee! Crunch. But yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. We are getting closer to the netherite blocks, but nether star blocks, but it's just gonna take a lot of time. But I should have some more steel down here, and I can also at least grab one of these. Steel. And I will leave the nuggets. Times 1. Yeah, look at that. I have more than enough steel. So now I should be able to make all the structural glass I could ever need. And I can put the rest of this away, honestly. Perfect. You know, I never ended up using that. Just never got to it. And completely forgot it existed. Which I think says a lot about me. And how easily I can forget that stuff. Ooh, we are running low on infused alloy. I can at least make 21. And then all the extra structured glass. Oh, apparently I had some in here too. Okay. that's split into 8s. But I am going to go through and I am going to put energy efficiency on each of them because I know they all need it. So the ones that are not at max efficiency will at least be able to get there. Starting with the one that just keeps running out of energy. This one is 8 out of 8. And then I'll put 4 in there and 4 in this. But yeah, that should help with that. And then this will slowly fill up. I'm gonna probably want to get some speed upgrades for that as well. But seeing that this is gonna be a bit slower, I think I can uninstall 2 of them. And I kind of want to put them in here. Because the enrichment chamber is kind of what we need to go faster right now. Because this is like doing all right. It's just not getting enough yellowite. And then we're making more fissile fuel slowly, but yeah. And then for speed upgrades is a whole separate thing. Because that also requires the infused alloy and structural glass. But it requires osmium dust. So I might add gold and osmium to the crusher. Speaking of the crusher, how's that doing? Oh yeah, I forgot. This probably is like really slow because of that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's slowly filling up again. Ooh, 3 more singularities already. I set this so this is gold pipe upgrades and it's so much faster. Also, despite the time, this is not powered up a lot. Which I think says a lot about how long it takes. 12 more shattered singularities. Okay. Next up, I need to just make a bunch of these. So if it is 3 for an upgrade, and I need 3 for each. I mean, this is an easy math problem, but I just want to make sure I get the exacts right. So we need 3 times 3 for the next upgrade. And then this one needs 3 more. Which then needs 3 more. Which then needs another 3 more. So from the 1 mega, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes. So okay, then that is 7 times 3. 1. Ooh boy, this is a big one. Because it's like, and for each one, we need 243 of these. And for the mega components. Which, then I need to divide that by 60. Well, 64, because that's the max we can get in a stack. Which, dear God. Since 2 stacks is 128, I'd need a little under 4 stacks at least. Per. And since I already have 1, but I need 3 more, that would be... Jesus Christ. I'm doing all of this, like, I had to write some of it down just so I could, like, keep track of it. But we're gonna need at least, and I mean at least, 13 and, like, most of another stack. At least. But that's gonna be a lot. Because then I have to take that final number and times it by 3 again. Because that's so much. Like, there is no reason for it to be as big as it is, but it is. Because in the end, we need 719, and 29. We need 729 total of these tiny pieces, of these 1K, which, yeah, good fucking luck. Because if we're gonna do that by 64, yeah, that's 1. Huh. Because, like, in the end, it's one of those things of, we're gonna be stuck with a lot left, but there's only so much you can do. Because, yeah, 13 is a bit overestimation, but I'm also thinking about the fact that we're also gonna need to get this, which requires a bigger one. Like, we're gonna need a bigger one. Like, I'm doing all of this in my brain and whatnot, but it's like, holy fucking crap. Like, it really shouldn't be this way, but it is. Because we need 11 stacks 25 for just the first one. But for the mega cells to become this, it is 729 more to make this, which then gets times by 3. So in total for this, it is 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait, no, I can check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 threes. Which is insane. Because 5, 6 threes are 729. Hey, Wicked. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. I'm going over the math of how many we need of the 1K storage components and then putting them into stacks. Let's just say there's a lot that we need, because you take the 729, you have to times that by 3, and then you have to times by 3 a few more times, because with 6 you get that. So there's 3 more times you have to times it by just to get the component we need for the portable item cell. And to get to the portable item cell, we also need to worry about mega item housing, which is easy as pie. Like, the hardest thing is the storage components. This is one of the many reasons I don't like applied energistics. One of the many, many reasons. But it also means we need a lot more charged Certus quartz. So I've been thinking, well, shit, how am I going to get more? Well, I need more Certus quartz crystal. So I've been debating it, and and going over to our mystical agriculture and just making a Certus quartz farm only. Like, that is where I'm at with it. Yeah, math. Oh boy. But I still haven't timed the 729 times three more times. Because that 29 becomes 7, then the 2 goes up there. 8, and then another 7. That's 2,187 times 3 again. Jesus Christ, here we go again. Like, there is no good reason for it to be this crazy, but it is. Which is then a frickin' 6,651 times 3 again for a whopping total of do. Okay, and then that is 19,953. Ah. So I'm actually debating like setting up an auto crafter for this one at this point. Okay. Isn't there like a seed reprocessor? Yeah. Let's see about how much this produces and how fast. Because if it's fast enough, I might use it. But otherwise, I might just have to go growth accelerators beyond belief, similar to Nether Stars. Okay, let's see. Do I have the machine frame for it? Yes, I have a machine frame for it. I think it's the right one. Yeah, it's Mystical Agriculture. 2 hoes that are made of iron, easy to make. I just need 8 iron. Where the hell did I pick this up? Random. And then I need 2 solarium ingots and 4 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's crazy how far I've come since I first started. But here we are now. Okay, so this can get upgraded. You know, I never use these. Fun fact. Like, I've never used the seed reprocessor. I've just never really needed to. Okay, that's for augments for the armor and whatnot. What about... Ah, there they are. Awaken Supremium upgrade. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Okay. I need a bunch. Let's see. We have 4 tertium, 3 supremium. That's mithril. We got 14 prosperity. We do got prosperity shards. I can grab the diamond. Let's see. We got Prudentium there. Don't have any Supremium. That is easy to make. Don't have Inferium either. But that's not too much of a deal. Boom. Upgrade base. Taking this with me. Because I am going to make this the fastest machine in the West. I'm going to want some iron just to be safe. Also, I should probably just quickly make a bunch more of these. Better safe than sorry, especially in my case, because there's a good chance I'll be sorry if I'm not careful. Okay. You know, there's a bright side to all of this. I still have 1 Awakened Supremium. But also, I have loads of Insanium. Okay, I can take one of these. Actually, I should probably take 2 of them. I already got that. I need 2 of these. And then the rest of this I will turn into Supremium. Also, why did I take 2 Imperium? That's not the one I needed. I needed 4 of it, so I can just boop, boop, boop. Ah, shit. I need 3, don't I? No, I need 4 each. Well, that's on me. Okay. God, I am a mess today. Better safe than sorry. Do that. And now we can go and make this 1, 2, 3, 4. Machine upgrade. Oh gosh, I forgot about that sounds. Okay, then I can do that, and then we can slowly upgrade these. We're gonna get a lot of that, I feel. No? Is it literally only the one? Was that literally the only thing I just did not make here? Where is it? Am I blind? The answer is probably yes. Somewhere. Watch it be like right in front of my face, and I'm just unable to see it because I'm blind freaking bat. Okay. Either way. Tentium. Imperium. Supremium. And then I need the Awakened Supremium, which for that, I need a block of it. And that'll get me quite a few. I'll grab 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Accidentally grab 9. Got an Awakened. Got that. I can then do boom, 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 boom. And I should definitely have more than enough of this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I have so much essence of like each type at this point because I've just let it simmer. Awaken Supremium. Okay, and then I'll need that. Boom, boom. And then once that's made, I can make another one. Oh yeah, it's only 10. I always forget about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it always feels like it should take more, but it never does. I've always wondered why. But honestly, I won't complain. Just means I save more resources. Can use them later. Okay. Now with these, I can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I can just, yeah, easy as pie. Boom, 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 and boom, boom. And now I can put stuff away. So I don't need this. I'll put this here. You go here. Yes, Athena, I know, I love you too. You don't need to headbutt my arm. She's been doing it for like the past few minutes. She just like really wants my attention. And I know why. I can see her. I can literally see why out of the corner of my eye. She wants to play. And I won't give her the time of day because I'm streaming. She's like, honestly, Athena's been a lot more clingy recently. I don't know why. Dewey's also been a lot more like jumpy. And then there's Baker. Baker's just chilling. Which honestly, I can merit that one. That one is an understandable. Really? Really, Athena? We're doing this now? Don't give me that face. She's giving me that face of like, what? God, I love her to death, but sometimes I'm just here like, we're really doing this now? Certus Court Seed, Certus Court Seed, Certus Court Seed, Certus Court Seed, Gold, Redstone Steel, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then it means I can go over here and then just go bump, bump. So this one. No. Of course we're doing something like this right now. Okay. I'm gonna get this time. Eh. Perfect. Now that shouldn't be an issue anymore. And I can head over to here. Watch this thing completely like explode on me or something, knowing my luck. Okay. So it's gonna need to get the formulaic assembler. But I also need the reaction chamber. I know I'm wasting a bunch of lava, but I couldn't care less, honestly. That's where I'm at. Okay, I can still access that. I need formulaic assembler. Clear sides. Auto eject on. Energy. Output. Jesus Christ. No, it used him? Damn it. Okay, that didn't work how I wanted it to. Now I remember why I never used them. You know, I should have seen that coming. I mean, I guess I'll have it to use it as I need, but otherwise I don't really care much for it. But now I need to figure out, okay, how am I going to get the Certus quartz to here? Because it'll need to go into here. Then it will need to go to auto mode. And then it should go to output into there. Okay, so let's think. I have thunk. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's down here too. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I know it's not the prettiest, but then what I can do Because that goes nowhere, thankfully. But that does. Why'd I have to build stuff so, like, specifically? Dang it. Curse my actual, like, reasoning skills. Okay, and then under these, I can put the growth accelerators. Light, because that is going to be where the water goes. And then I will need to... Okay. So if I go here instead, then I can go bop, 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 bop. Perfect. Um, Meh. I have so much cobblestone, I just do not need it. Um, okay. So I don't normally do these types of things, so I am actually like learning on the spot for like how some of these work. But actually, now that I know how the seed reprocessor works, it gives me some ideas. Because I have so many extra seeds. What tier is Certus Quartz seeds? Certus Quartz seeds. Tier 3. Okay, so we need a bunch of that. Blocks of Certus Quartz are in here at least. And some Certus Quartz crystals. So with this, I only need 8. But I don't even think I have that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I probably could have just made that half a stack instead, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I don't have enough prosperity seed bases. I got a way around that. If I don't overshoot my house, that is. Okay, because we only need prosperity shards and wheat seeds. And I definitely have wheat seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so I have a little extra. And then prosperity shards. Boom. And put wrong chest. I keep doing that. I really need to stop doing that, but I keep doing it. Oh, there's Certus Quartz in here too. Just gonna take that. Every bit matters. Okay, so I need that, this, and then I need 32 of that, meaning if I take this, I should get 4, which then turns into 16. Yes. So 2 supremium turns into it, or what? Not even 1 insanium either. Okay. Because 1 insanium gives me more. I know that. Okay. And I still need to make another farm pylon for it, too, because I'm going to need that and water. Do I have infinite water on me? No, but I could always check my spells. Evaporate, harm, begone, hex, and glide. AoE break. What if I just projectile conjure water? Like, I just haven't cared to name it a spell or make it a spell. I just do that here and there. And honestly, it's good for on the go, like, okay, this is what I need. And just, boom, done. Okay. You know, it's crazy that it's the last day of Pride Month. But then again, it hasn't felt like it's been an entire month. It's felt longer than that. I know tomorrow I'm going to be going to lunch with my grandma. So my grandma has this thing where she does not let me pay for lunch, no matter how hard I try. She she has always found a way around it, except for once. But I found a loophole. I made a deal with her. She can pay for lunch this time, but I'm getting us dessert afterwards. And I'm taking us to a bakery near where we are planning to go to lunch because we haven't been into that area in so long. For you, time's been flying way too fast. I know the feeling. Like, it really doesn't feel like it. But my plan is to basically buy her dessert there. I'm gonna buy her like a dozen thumbprint cookies and stuff, which may seem like it's gonna be like excessive, especially knowing that she's never had them before. But these are also the thumbprint cookies that are like, holy freaking crap! Did I just eat crack? Like, they're really good. This bakery's been around for a long time, and I'm so happy it's stayed open over the years. It's it's nice to just see a family-owned shop that's like a bakery stay open. And it's crazy to me because I was like, God, I wonder how COVID hit them. Their prices have like gone up by like just a little bit, but nowhere near what you would have expected. And oh, pop, there we go. I think now is about out of time. Oh my lord. These doggos. Got Athena over there splayed out, just like, oh my lord. I would show this, but I don't have a face cam for several reasons. Even then, I'd need a camera itself. And then you have Baker, who's curled up in a little ball on my bed. It's adorable. I don't normally keep my door open when I stream, but whenever I do, usually one of them like will sneak in and just do and like just lay there. Like, but if one of them is like really wanting to get attention, they will get my attention one way or another. It just depends what they want to do. I know last night, just getting woken up, so annoying. Especially at like right at midnight when I normally wake up at 3. Just, of course. I don't know what's gotten into them recently, honestly. It's been kind of weird. They just kind of one day started, just boom. Kind of happened over the weekend. Don't know why. But then again, that's just the nature of doggos. Do I have any farm farmer um pylon? Oh, harvester pylon, that's what they're called. Nice, I have one. It's always nice when you actually have the thing you need. But I don't have enough dirt, and I don't want to like ruin my landscape much. Just give me a sec. Um, don't want to take too much. Oh, that looks wrong. I don't like it. I hate using this stuff when it does stuff like this. That's just so annoying to me. Oh, there we go. We'll pretend that never happened. Don't need the flint. Crunch. uh, okay. Ads should be over in in like a minute. If not, actually like 30 seconds thinking about it. You know, there's always been one thing that's annoyed me about the Twitch ad stuff is that they force it on you. You don't really get much of a choice in the matter. So you're just sitting here like, doo doo doo, just minding my business, and then just wham! Just random ad. It gets really annoying, especially when you don't want ads, preferably. Oh yeah, I need a chest on top of it or something. Okay. I also need a hoe. And then I'm gonna grab some fertilizer. I can put this back right now. I want to grab some fertilizer, a barrel, and I'll need to make an alvamodium hoe. But that's gonna be the easy part. Let's see. Do I actually have any diamond hoes already that I can just turn into? No. Okay, so I need 2 diamonds. Shoot, I'm gonna need to upgrade this with netherite. Do I have any netherite upgrades? Ooh, I'm down to my last few. Um, Alvamodium, netherite. Do I have any, like, I don't know if I have any D-slate. Cool, I do have D-slate. Nice. Perfect. Now I can easily just bop, 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 bop. And then I just need 2 sticks, a simple crafting, and then boom. Now I can just go to a smithing table, which I have right here. Boom. You know, it's nice having unbreakable hoes because it just makes my life so much easier. Oh, don't want to forget a barrel. It's always good to have a little bit of, well, just anything useful like that. If I wasn't running out of like prosperity shards, I'd totally use them like more. But like, I don't know why. I've never had that issue before. Whenever playing mystical agriculture, I usually never run out of it. But then again, I'm usually never doing all of this as well. I'm usually doing skyblock as well when I am doing mystical agriculture. So it's probably why. Okay. Then I need this and this. And then I need to put stuff going down for them. I don't know how many I'm gonna put down just yet, but thinking about it, I do need the Nether Star ones to stay. Is there any I don't really care if they stay or not? Those I do. Honestly, this one I couldn't care less. And it gets rid of these. These are debatable at best. I only care about the dirt one on that, but I don't remember which one's which. But yeah, now we can at least go down and actually, like, make this a little bit faster. It won't be perfect, but we can at least get 3 layers. Okay. So now I can just go and easily bop, 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 bop. And then we can do this. Look at that. That is a lot better. And perfect. I always forget I have, like, a hover. Like, I always forget I can hover. But we can always add more over time. I just need more of the prosperity shards for prosperity gems. But now that should automate this for me. Since I need so much of that. And then for this, I'm going to need logic process. I'm going to need 1 logic processor for that. I'm going to need calculation for that. Calculation. Calculation. And calculation. Which then goes into accumulating processors. We're going to be here a while. Okay. You know, I could try to set up a thing for this, but honestly, I don't even know anymore. I'd need to set up a full thing where I have to, like, specifically break off the electric Okay, so if I were to do that, I would need to make a full new area, though. But I'm not against it, in all honesty. Like, I'd have to move the Certus Court stuff again, but I'm also not, like, against it. So yeah, this is the size of the reactor, so I at least know that, like, here is safe. So okay, that is where this room ends. So if I were to do this, I would want to make this 9 by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Like, because I'm gonna use the same wall and whatnot. Because it needs to be at least 9 by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I think this will be enough for it. And just so I remember that this is a corner, I can do that. Because I want to make sure we have the space. Because then we'll also need the assembler. We'll need 1 for each. Because, yeah, I'm going to want to make a bunch of Certus Quartz seeds for this. And I'm going to want to make a seed for each of the things we're going to need. So I'm going to need more harvester pylon stuff and whatnot as well. But that is a whole other thing. But if I'm going to fully automate this, I might as well start now. While I still can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck. Of course. Let's think. Oh, did not mean to bring that out. Okay, so then I might as well just do this. Hey, Cruel. Hope you're doing well today. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna need to do this. Then I can do a little bit of that. And we can cover this up best we can. So I can just do nothing wrong at all. Doing great, actually. Plus side, next week is your ma's birthday. Nice. Yeah, I know for me, I am just happy enough just doing this. Sometimes you just need to relax, stream, and whatnot. Oh, your birthday. Okay. That makes sense. Well, happy early birthday then. Of course, I still need more cobble. Just gonna grab 2 stacks this time. But right now, I am setting up a formulated assembler slash farm area that we're gonna have to use because it's all I can really do. And I'm gonna need so many growth things and whatnot. Okay, can do that. Bah. Hello, fish. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm also gonna want to go to the other end of this, just so I make sure I'm getting the right size. I certainly will hydrate in just a sec. Ah! Almost dropped my water bottle on my keyboard. That would not have been good. See, this is why we always double check. Because you never know when you'll accidentally get it wrong. Because I am that type of person with that type of luck. Okay, evaporate. Right, I need to do it layer by layer. Okay. Next layer. Yeah, I'm gonna be as careful as I can with a water bottle. Okay, so next... I should have enough stuff. Oh yeah, honestly, having this type of stuff in Minecraft is so nice. It's why I like Ars Magica so much. It's just such a useful, like, mod for utility stuff. Oh, I'm out of mana. That happens. Like, Ars Magica, because I believe it used to be called Ars Magica, but now it's, Novau, or whatever, however it's pronounced. I really don't know. Um, you have a jetpack in the server with a friend. I mean, I have a jetpack too. I just don't use it a lot because half the time I forget I have it. The other half, it's like, eh? Because I honestly never mind using it. I mean, either way, we're still gonna need to, like, mine this out, and I will have to get all of the crap figured out with it. So let's just quickly do this while I need to. And do light. Perfect. Now I at least have like a semblance of what I'm gonna do with this. It's just gonna take a bit of time because I'm gonna want to make it Certus Quartz going into energizers. So I'm probably gonna want to make other energizers for this. Then I'm gonna want to go from there. Because it's gonna need formulaic assemblers, which if I get enough speed will work fine. The energizers from there. That should be easy. Power, literally right there. I'm gonna want to make sure I use a lot of energy things for sure, because that is going to keep me safe in terms of overworking power possibilities. I'm gonna need redstone. Matter balls I can easily make. I'm gonna need ender pearl dust. Skystone is already being made. Glowstone, which, well, shit. I can use glowstone essence because there is glowstone dust stuff. And I might actually, yeah, I do have them all. And then redstone. Redstone, I will need to make multiple of as well. Gonna head to bed soon. Well, I hope you have a good night. I'll have as much fun as I can making a machine that is going to automate stuff for me. Honestly, I find it fun, but some people don't. I'm also quite weird in that regard, so take it as you will. I am way too into grinding games. I don't know why. That's actually one thing I never really thought about. I never figured out why or how I got into it fully. Like, I only know that, like, just one day I started really enjoying it. It wasn't even like a specific, like, event. It's just kind of weird. Because, like, I could grind for hours in games, but my attention span is so weird at the same time where half the time I can easily just sit here for hours doing the monotonous task repeatedly. Other times I just need something to do on top of it. But it's weird to me that, like, of all the things, that is like my one thing that I can do without issue. Cuz like I can be pretty technical with like some of my builds and like automation of stuff. Like when it comes to automating stuff in like modded Minecraft, I don't really look up guides just because it's like, well, I mean, why would I need one when I can like just do a bunch of this stuff myself, because you already have to understand so much about it. Same thing with like redstone. Like I already understand so much about it, but the one thing that's different with like redstone machines and stuff is sometimes like if it is a machine for something I am very unfamiliar with or just can't figure out myself to make like efficient, I'll just look it up. Like for example, the Ilmango mud farm is not automatic, but it's something. Um or tree farms because I want to try and make it a little bit easier on myself. I know eventually one thing I want to do is go through each of my farms in both modded and vanilla and just kind of like schematic them for myself. Be it through like writing down, okay, this is what I used for this is what I used for that. Just because I think it's good to do for yourself sometimes. But I've actually had a lot of ideas recently for the vanilla world, and it's like I've been playing that more often just because I've had so many ideas. I mean, and it's just one of those things that sometimes you just have those times where it's like I have too many good ideas to just leave it without anything. And that's kind of where I'm at is I just have so many ideas and I just can't leave it. I got to do something with it because that's just how I am. Actually, I could fit a full farm here too. It's actually kind of neat. Didn't think I'd be able to, but I can. Especially if I do this. Like, it's honestly kind of crazy when you think about it in the way that I have of holy crap, I've done all of this stuff, yet somehow I'm still like learning all these new things and still have so many issues with it at the same time as things change. Like when it comes to making farms and whatnot, I can usually do them pretty well, but so many updates in Minecraft change things. And 50-50, I can keep up with it. But when it comes to modded, I don't know what about it. Just my brain like goes full like engineering mode. Like I go through all these possibilities. I check like how certain things connect. And if it doesn't connect, I look for other ways around it. Like I don't know why it's just that's like, okay, got an idea. Then nothing else. Just like that. I always found that weird. Because it's a very random little tidbit that just kind of happens for me. I do like a random tidbit, though, sometimes. Okay. But yeah, I definitely am surprised by all of this. And I know I don't have any, like, meaningful amount of dirt on me, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can do a 7 wide one for this one. Because this one will be for Certus quartz. So we'll keep the Certus quartz here. And I need the inlay. No, not that one. Where is it? I know it's around here. Um, no. The brick. There it is. But the plan here is quite simple. It's actually quite simple. In fact, it means I can go here and just do this. Whoa. And then I can just boop, 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 boop. And yes, I know this is a bit much, but I can always change it out as need be. My main plan, though, comes down to just a few small things. And we'll just have to see how well I can take care of that. So we got the Certus quartz there. And I will need redstone as well. So I could make it Certus quartz and redstone. So like half and half Certus quartz and redstone. I think that could work. Glowstone, I would need to make its own, like, specialty area because it's only used for one. I don't think I would need as much as I would need for redstone and Certus quartz. Certus quartz I need the most of. Redstone I need the second most of. And then the third most of I'm gonna need is skystone dust, which is being made back there. Which I can easily pull out as necessary with a pipe. So we got the redstone one. And you know what? I'm actually debating this. Been debating this one bit for a moment. I think I'm gonna do it. So we could leave that one for redstone. And we could then do another one more specified. But it would require me to do this. And I'm not against it. I'm just not 100% for it. Like, it's just something I would need a lot more dirt for. And if I need more dirt, I need to go somewhere to get all that dirt. Which is the issue that I am having with this. So this would then have this in between. Light. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think that says a lot about this. Like, water-wise, I can take care of. It's the light as well that's also worrying. Because mix them together and it is not a good thing. Come on. Okay. And then I can just slowly... Boom. Yep. We are gonna be here a bit. Jesus Christ. So, do I have any dirt? Okay, I have some, but I don't want to use it all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I can go boop, boop, boop. But yeah, for the rest of this, I can easily take care of. It's not that hard, thankfully. It's just going to be a pain in my butt, to say the least. Okay. You know, there's an extent where you ask yourself, how much am I willing to put up with? Sometimes I do wonder that. And then I remember I do stuff like this. And I remember why I have the patience I do. If I didn't have as much patience as I have, I don't know if I could actually do some of the grindy stuff I do. So at least that's a bonus. I also did manage to get the 100% on Forager over the weekend. I literally just left my game running while I did stuff, and I realized something. I could set up a bunch of lighthouses and whatnot, and set it up so it just auto summoned loads of skeletons with ballistas and spike traps. And lo and behold, I got to the billion mark pretty quickly. By the time I had gotten back, I had gotten to 1 billion. And then I sold all the items that I got from it, and I got to 1 trillion. Simple as that. It was actually really nice. Super simple, not a lot of hassle. It was quite calming, actually. Quite calming. Okay. So, I'm definitely going to need to go through these a bit. Just take some time. Just need to remember that this here is a wall. But I shouldn't forget, hopefully. Because, yeah, underneath this, I'm going to have, like, a huge thing already. It'll just take time. And then I will need water there and there. This will take care of the two that I need the most of. And I can basically put the formula... God. I can put the formulaic assemblers like right on the edge of where I might need them. And I can go below these, add a bunch of like growth things and whatnot. And then here, I don't really need to do much. Actually, no, I don't need to do anything at all. Because I can literally just go to like this corner here and just remember glowstone. If I really want it. I probably should put it like here more accurately. Then they'll all be like close to each other. Also, the lag is really annoying. Like, I really don't know what's causing the lag. But, okay. Can fill that with water as well. And boom. And what I can do is I will set up the assemblers and whatnot. I'm going to need energizers to set this out. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use granite for this. So we'll have our things here. They'll all connect. And then probably in this wall, we'll have it connect above to all three formulatic assemblers to auto create these specific things. So glowstone would go here into the dust form, which, let me just grab a few block types. Which would go into a drawer. Um, the redstone would also go into a drawer. This would go into um 3 chargers, and I might need 2 of it. But the chargers, which would then go into another drawer, um, which I would actually have to put down, and then because I'd want to put it in drawers, and I think what I'd probably have to do is like one more up. So then what I can do is I can have 3 drawers. 1, 2, um, 3, 4 electrolyzers, actually. I think that'll work there. And then with those drawers, I can have the this would be for 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 technically is what I'd need, but I'm gonna have to more specifically do it. So 1 and 2 require redstone. So 1, 2 require redstone here. I might even move them back 1, honestly. So the redstone would go in for the 1K and the thing, and it would go into a drawer most likely, I think, just because then I can have more space. Then tier 2 needs a whole thing, which would come out of the glowstone. Because tier 2 needs redstone. Tier 3, yes, because to get tier 3 we need that. Then that also needs glowstone, but we're gonna need less glowstone. Actually, you know what I could do that would be even better? I could make this redstone and glowstone, since they're needed equally. And then we need for this we need skystone dust, which we'll need again. One. Okay, so then we need 2 skystone dust. Then we'll need ender pearl dust, which is a whole separate thing. And then with the ender pearl dust, we'll also need matter balls. And for the matter balls, we'll put them here. For those 2 assemblers, I think I could put them there. But I think what I'm going to do more specifically, thinking about it more logistically, I think what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4 for the glowstone. The skystone I can bring back through into these. So it would go boom, 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 boom. And then we'd need ender pearl dust. So that would go off. So it would basically be that. Actually, no, I'm not thinking about this correctly. Because I also forgot about one important thing. Drawers. So I can push that into a drawer, which I will put there. Um, and that can get pushed into this for the first two, which then will get pushed into that, which then will get pushed into this, which will push into its drawer. For the glowstone ones, then it would go like this for the skystone ones. Because then I could just easily have done this if I really wanted, but oh, this is difficult because I'm trying to figure this out like on the spot. Okay, because then for the skystone one, I could do that, or just, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do instead. I can do this because I'm trying to think it through my mind. So it goes into this, going into that, going down. Wait a minute. Going down into that, which then goes into that, going into that, which then goes into that, which goes down into that, which goes up into that. No, I've been thinking all wrong. Then it goes up into that, which will be able to go into that, which will then have to go into the ender pearl dust through that. So let's do this a little more specifically. This time with pipes. So that goes through there. And since they're not machines, I can't really specify. What do I want to use as pipes? You know, for now I'll use this. So that goes into there, which goes into there, which goes down into there. Ah, yeah. Or I could have it go up. Oh my lord! Now I'm starting to double think. Um, I probably would save a lot more space. But that's a whole separate thing for me. So that goes into there, which goes up into there, going down into there, which goes up into there, going up into there, which goes down into here, goes down to here, which goes up here, over to here, down through here, then into there, which then leads to this storage drawer. Because I don't think they can pump directly into storage drawers off the top of my head. They might be able to, but I know they need to be pulled out separately. So, like, can they? Yeah, no, they have to be pulled out and pumped in to storage drawers. So actually, sorry this is taking so long. Like this is me just trying to legitimately like figure this out. I wish it wasn't this hard, but and since energizers are done. Okay, so those lead into that drawer. Then we have this, but we also need to think about the calculation presses. So, ah, brain, stop thinking of things. Okay, so this is where it will come out, and we'll have it go down under these two, which will connect to each other, I think. No, which will go up into this. That will then go down into this. And it will stay on the same level for those. For those, it will require that one. This one will require this. So I can do this, which will then go like that for the, because the redstone is needed for that. So it would also go under. So actually, I'd need to move this over one more. So actually, Jesus Christ. So actually, I'd need to do, no. Oh my God. I am like brain breaking right now. There we go. This is only for the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one requires sky stone. So this one would go to here, where the sky stone would have to connect back here. And then that needs sky stone again. So boom. And then we need ender pearl dust, ender pearl dust. So we need 2 things of ender pearl dust. So this will go into this, which will then go into this, where we'll have crusher, or a crushing factory here with ender pearls. That'll go into these 2. Okay. Then we need antimatter balls. We need, not antimatter, just matter balls for the last 2. So then we'll have the one thing that we need for it. Because this will go boom. Then we'll have the energy condenser. Boom. And then into boom. Jesus Christ. This is a mess of wiring that we're gonna need. And then that'll make this final piece we need. But if you notice something, we're gonna need vibrant quartz glass after a point for anything that's mega. So I'll need vibrant quartz glass, meaning I'll also need quartz glass. I just need so much crap that it's kind of like, I don't know. I would need to like figure this out with wiring with at least one. You get me? Because I'd need to automate quartz glass as well. So I'm also thinking, well, shit, how am I going to get all of that? Well, I'm going to need more glowstone than I thought now. Oh, my lord. But it's from Certus quartz dust. Ah! There's so much stuff I need. It's just like, why? Just why? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I don't care if it could grow there. I just need to get this to my main thing because I'm going to have to go over there to do this. Like, that is where I am at. I have no other ideas. I thought, well, maybe I could. Oh, thanks for the follow, Jeff Ross. Welcome on into the labyrinth. I hope you enjoy your stay and are having a wonderful day. Oh crap! I'm gonna need to grab that formulatic assembler too. Formulatic, however it's frickin' pronounced. My brain can't remember for the life of me, apparently. Okay, so we're gonna need to because it will compress the quartz. And as much as I don't want that, it's kind of all I can do. I'll figure out stuff in time. But right now, I need to get this over this way. Whee! Crunch. Okay. So, put this here. Um... Input, output, energy, and boom. And then this needs to be auto stock control. Okay, so that'll slowly start doing its thing. But now I know what I need, and it's gonna be a pain in my behind. Because, oh dear lord. For now, I'm just gonna put this in here. So I need more formulaic assemblers. Boom. Might need more crafting formulas. I don't know. So a formulaic assembler. We need crafter steel. Of course we do. We'll make 12. I don't have any crafters. I have droppers, so I'll take 12 droppers. I need 12 chests, which shouldn't be too much, hopefully. Then a bunch of iron, redstone, 12 crafting tables. I already have 5, but honestly, I will just boom. And that's more than enough. I need iron, redstone, steel, basic control circuits, and more chests. Okay. Step 1, let's make all 12 crafters, and then make all 12 of these. Step 2, do that. This might not even be enough for what I need. Okay, let's think. I should probably get the pattern thing first. I really didn't think I'd be doing all of this today, but here we are. Do I have any extra stuff? I have an extra inscriber. Okay. Let's go back over to here, and I will need to grab like the formulaic patterns and whatnot. I'm gonna want to probably move this. I don't know for sure yet. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna need these because I'm gonna need stuff from chargers. Do I have an extra charger? No. Okay, so I'm gonna need more chargers. Put the inscriber in there for now. Honestly, I'm gonna need to move most of this thinking about it. because I'm gonna need to make each thing, meaning I'm also gonna need silicon. I don't know how many nights are left till we get phantoms, so let's quickly just take care of that. Honestly, with how far we've gotten, it's kind of like surprising to me that this is when we finally decide, you know what, we should set this up. Okay. Because I'm thinking about it, and I've been compressing all of it, which does not exactly help me here, because I would need to uncompress it. So actually, let me quickly go get a diamond upgrade and whatnot. Boom. I will need a few of these. What else will I need? Probably a few of these. Definitely not more than 15. Some of these, because you never know. Because I am going to specifically need to, like, this is going to be a setup of a setup, like, in general. It's going to take forever. And this also gives me a chance to freaking rectify this part. It's annoyed me for a lot longer than it probably should have. But, okay, boom. That was odd. So, redstone, Certus quartz, and then I'll need to set glowstone. So those are two of them that I need to set to come out for this. What else? What else? What else? Honestly, I think that might be it. Boom. 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 That's all I can really do for now with that. Iron for now. Okay. Boom. Then I can just easily put all of these into here. Okay. So, I'm gonna need to set up a charger thing here. Is this still in the... No, this would need to be loaded next, but... Honestly, is this even loaded? No, it's not. Like, this back stuff is not loaded, so... Not too worried. So, I would need... like, 4 of these? And I think what I'd do is this more specifically. So it would go above and around. So bop, 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 bop. Then below. Then it would go into a chest slash whatever else. And then from there, that is energized. The redstone and energized would have to meet up with the calculation press here. For that, I would need to set this And like this part here, I'd need to separate. Let me quickly just do this as I am setting up an absolute mad amount of stuff. Because the matter condenser, easy to set up for me. Um, Crap, this is another thing that needs redstone. Okay, for now, I'm going to put some of this stuff into here. Just temporarily. I'm gonna need a few of these, I feel. But I'm gonna need to move that as well. Because that is how I'm gonna get all the matter balls. Balls. Okay, so that's gonna make the tier 1 if I can get the calculation presses made. So for a calculation press, I need to take redstone, which, dear God, do I need a lot of pipes for this. This is what I meant when I said this is going to be a complicated mess. Meaning, I'd have to connect it like there. Meaning the pipes would also have to come out the bottom of this. And actually, if I remember correctly, okay, yeah, it does. That is good to know. Okay, so it does go into those slots slowly. This would be the output. But then I'd need to input the silicon stuff. Does this pick up the silicon? Refined obsidian? I don't think so. So I'd need to set up a silicon thing to pick up out of here. Meaning this is all for naught because now I need to do more. Because now I realize, oh shoot. Okay. So we'll leave that there for now. Because this is where all our redstone and whatnot's gonna go. Skystone and stuff will have to move over to here. But we can easily do that. I don't know if we're gonna need it dug down that much. But I'm gonna need to do this. Because we're gonna need as much space as we can get from this. Okay. And boom. Perfect. So, with all of this space, we can actually do a bit more. So first off, the charger thing. We're gonna have them here. And they will come out through here. And land themselves in a barrel. That will be where all the charged goes. Next up on the list will be the inscribing stuff. So we need redstone for it. So since we need redstone for both, how am I going to do this? Honestly, this might be a point where I decide redstone needs to come out of this one specifically. So like Certus, this will separate it from Spice Certus course will come from here. Silicon and redstone. Silicon will go into this. So silicon into this. Redstone will go into here. Then both of them will filter into this one, which is going to need this to filter it in. And then we're going to need more inscribers. Like all of this just to automate something because it's so tedious. Now you see why I haven't automated it yet. Okay. Matter balls, I can take care of. But we also need to worry about processors. So actually, we need to redo everything because I forgot about them. Okay, we have 3 inscribers. Oh, wow. That's actually really nice. Okay, so now you see why I'm like, okay, I probably should make a separate thing for this. With all of the items we need. And I think that's what I actually unironically have to do at this point. Like, that is the point I am at with this. I think it is better to make its own area at this point, specific to it. And honestly, I don't use these tier 2 seeds. I haven't used them in so long. I'm going to put them in here for now. And I'll deal with them later. We can use this one for the Certus quartz. Which will move over to here eventually. So this will be for Certus quartz. And then this will then come out. 1, 2, okay. It'll have to come out all the way over to here. Where we will have a we will have our formulaic assemblers, so we'll just do this for now. So that'll make dust. This'll make the main Certus quartz. I'm gonna need to do sand, which I know how to set up. That's easy. Because I'm going to need to use glass. But for this, I'm gonna probably have to move this electricity line over to here. I'm not even gonna worry about powering right now, because that's a whole nother thing. But the Certus quartz stuff will go like this. But then we need redstone and stuff. So the redstone and glowstone, I think I will do here. And like here, maybe? I don't know. I might actually like flatten this out a bit more for it. But when I get those in, they will also get crafted here. When they get crafted, all of them will same system, whatnot. Like, same crap. But a few small differences. The dust, um, and whatnot will get a complete, like, revamp thing. So the dust, instead of coming out normally, will come out through here into another assembler, which will assemble it with glass for quartz glass. The glowstone dust will then assemble itself with that glass as well. So the glass would come up. This would make the quartz glass, vibrant glass. They would both come out into a chest. I'd need to figure out a way to like split it more, but the redstone and stuff. So this actually, God, I am like, honestly, I don't even know if any of them are going to go under right now. Okay, so this would go into chargers, which doesn't matter where they are. They always will be like this. You can only go through the bottom and top, and it's so annoying. And then that'll make the electrified that we need. And honestly, I'm going to start using down here as well, because that's where I am at this point. Holy crap, we have gotten pretty far into this. And then that will come down into barrel, whatever we want to do for it in the future. Jesus Christ. So that will be all our energized Certus quartz. That will have to get separated with the redstone, which will come out. And we'll have to combine those in a formulaic thing with a calculation press. The calculation press is a whole other ball game, because that needs silicon. And the silicon, well, yeah. Actually, what am I doing about some of this stuff? I could actually, I just had an idea. Since I took the top off of that, I could do it for, like, some of the other things, like, over there with, silicon. I could totally just take off silicon's bit and, like, always connect that as needed. But I would need inscribers. So silicon would come here. Then it would go with the redstone, which actually, as crazy as it sounds, is the only one that needs to go below for this. And then I can connect that into the silicon. Then I need the different press types. So this one will be for calculation. Well, if it's going to be for a calculation, I might as well put it through the back, honestly. And you know, while I'm at it, I'll do it for this as well. So it's not special. Anyways, now that that's figured out, so those will connect in. Then we'll need quite a few other things as well. So for this, we specifically... Oh my god, I forgot about crystal assemblers. Um, this circuit slicer, no. I can then take Certus quartz. So I can actually put a crystal assemblator there. So I can do this, where some of it will come off into a chest. They'll all assemble right here in whatever I choose to do for it to make the calculation press. That'll come through here. Are you seeing why I haven't done this now? Like, oh my god. This is just for the tier 1. For tier 2, we're gonna need quartz glass. And then another calculation press, but we won't need the energized. So this will also go out into this formulatic assembler. This would be redstone. So actually, oh bollocks. Unless I were to just bomb. Congrats, it's unique again. Oh boy. You know, when people ask me where I would be at this time in my life, I never thought this would be the answer. Just gonna say that out right now. And then I need to connect it with the quartz glass over here. Okay. Then I can do that. And then the quartz glass. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have... I think I might actually have to do some of this, like, as I get more stuff. So here's what I'm gonna do quickly. I don't want to do full out on that. Let's do this. Oh my god, I am a mess. And then just... I'm gonna take care of this later when I actually have more brain power. My brain is like frying at the seams right now. Like, I really don't know what to say or do. That's kind of the point I am at right now. There's a few, like, for sure's I know. I just know that my brain hurts and is not doing well at trying to figure this out. And I've torn up like a good chunk of terrain for this too. So for now, I'm going to do this. And we will quickly just do a little bit of cleaning of this. Because I'm definitely going to need this, like, cleared out partially. I don't know to what extent yet, but right now, I can't be too careful. So I am just going to do it in a square. Because, like, it could be a lot. It could just be a little. I just know I can't go too deep or we run into the bees. Which would not be very good. Can put that away. Put that away. Like, geez. Okay. This at least gives me enough space that I can, like, think. Okay. So, just outright off the bat, I at least know where this is going to start. And that's what matters to me right now. It starts with these two. End of story. It starts with those two. Because that will be for the different Certus Court stuff. And I might need to rewire all of this over here and, like, completely chop this. And if I do, I do. I just know that if I'm going to do it, I need, like, so long. And I need my brain to be working normally for it. So for now, this will stay here. Meaning I know it will go there. On one of these sides. Honestly, I'm going to put it over on this side. You know, I really thought this would be, like, so much easier to do. I really did. But it's not. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is slowly try to move stuff. Because I'm at that point now, I'm just like, I need to move it. And yeah, I know that, like, I am breaking through loads of stuff. Huh. Neat. That's actually kind of cool. Boom, boom. But the good reason, well, more like the good thing about doing this is I do get this huge space for whatever I so choose. So that's a plus. Looking at the bright side here, insert those away. I literally just got to look at the bright side of life on this case. Boom. And then for this stuff, I could just put this in here. And these I will put into here for now. And here comes a bunch of stuff. I really don't know what's causing the lag. That's the crazy part. I really don't. And I think part of it could be, unironically, the loading of the colony, because it only happened when I first loaded the colony, like the lag spikes. And I'm starting to think that I might need to just get rid of it as a whole, or just like move that mob spawner stuff. So that's something I'll need to do eventually. Okay. So we at least know enough about this to where I can work on this on my own time. I'll try and figure out what I'm going to do with it, but I can't make any promises yet. For this part, though, I can put these away. Ooh, silicon is good to have, though. I'll keep silicon here. All of the essence, though, I'm probably gonna either get rid of or use. Just because I don't think I'm going to use it in, like, a realistic scenario here. But that's kind of where we're at with it. I mean, we're kind of at that point where what's left is so specific and, like, annoying. Don't need more infernum seeds, please. I don't need more inferium. Okay, let's see if enough of those pellets have at least been created by now with fissile fuel. Now that we have, like, multiple things doing stuff. Okay, a stack, which would be 16 of this. 40, which is 10 of this. And I can get the sheets from over here. You know, I really should, like, do some more cleaning of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's just make some of that casing now. 26 more. I don't need those anymore. Okay, so in total we are halfway there. So we need another stack and a half type amount. Because I'm doing my math right. 40. 48. Stack 52. That's how much I need, is a stack of 52 from this. But it's not fast enough because it's solar powered and it's nighttime. If only there was a way to keep it daytime, I would totally just do that. But there's no non-cheaty way to do so. Actually, there might be. Thinking about it, there might be. It's modded, for all I know. There could be an easy way out of this. Just pop, done. Literally could exist, and I'd never frickin' know. Because I am pretty blind when it comes to that stuff. Day. Crescent moon. Setting on time of day. Revolver. Okay. Skeleton. hoping for like daylight, clock, morning, um, dawn, to high noon, um, light, um, light hook, charm of featherlight, dark vision, bunch of light variants of blocks, lightning, starlight, essence of knowing, sun, maybe. Sun heals armor and grants status benefits. Sun leaves, shifting sun dial, solar recharge unit, solar, just a bunch of solar panels. If only there was a way to make this like, okay, no, yeah, like it doesn't really specify much else. Like we just have to keep it daytime. There doesn't seem to really be anything I can use to do that because it has to use solar radiation. So, if so, what about sleeping charms? Sleeping bad. I mean, I it's not hard. I just put 3 wool. I could just bring a sleeping bag with me. I mean, if that's all it takes, I'll do it just because I want to make sure that stuff is actually working. Don't really have a lot of wool of any type, really, other than white. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty nice. It's as simple as just clicking it. So I have to keep it in my inventory. Um, let's see. What else do we need for the star? We need the storage cell. Yeah. Need a bunch of crap. Um, which sucks because I have to do like this to create some of it. Um, for example, that's 81, 27, 9, 3, 1, and 1. And then this I need vibrant quartz glass for. But I need more of the mega units as well. So if I'm gonna do this, I need to think of how I would set up an auto form of this as well. Ugh. Whether I set it up here or over under the base, I don't know just yet. I just know that it is gonna suck. Because with what we need, it's specific. Eh, actually, I just had an idea. Energized um Certus. Um so charged. charged. I mean, charged Certus Course, in-world transformation stuff. Sky Osmium. Interesting. Sky Bronze. Macerator. I mean, I can use this, that, reaction chamber. Okay, I'm gonna keep. I need to look through this. I can provide infinite water, but it needs exactly a stack. Oh my god, I could pull out my electrolyzer. I don't think it would be fast, but it's something. I need antimatter pellets if I want to make the mecha suit as well. God. I'm just thinking about it because, oh my god. Because if I'm gonna do this, I need to, like, now that I know the reaction chamber also exists, let's see if I actually have one. Because it might be used to make something. Wait a minute, I've been using one. I'm dumb. Oh my lord, I'm gonna need multiple of these. But with this, since I know this one will be for the Certus Quartz, um, I could totally, like, make this where the electrolyzed is and just, like, fill it with water constantly. The issue is getting all of this powered. But I do have one idea. The real question is, how much power can it output at once? And that comes down to 200 per RF per tick. Let's see. Is there anything wireless charging? Because that's an access point. Player charger, block charger. Charge local. Um, this is for inventory. Wireless connector, heat transfer. Um, it's all I really have. Unless there is some form of RF transfer that I can use otherwise. Interface connector. Yeah, but it's not gonna be able to do enough. So yeah, I'm gonna need to connect them bit by bit. Hmm. So if I need to connect them bit by bit, how am I gonna do this correctly? This is the annoying part of this process for me. Um, growth accelerator. Cactus, amethyst, place Jason budding. Here's also a various plants. Random ticks, Jason blocks. Hmm. Interesting. I could use this for some things, but, and that's a big but, I'd need to figure it out. But also for the reaction chamber, I would need to do a small thing. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I am also setting up how this will slowly work. Because, yeah, it's going to need to fill up multiple things. Does it need to come in from the top? Or... No. Not the bottom. It does. Okay, I will just do that then. And now I can make sure this will always, like, have water. I hope I can pipe stuff through the sides still. Because otherwise, that's gonna suck. But it also means I could technically move this one over if need be. But I also have more space. But that'll give me energized. Which... I'm hoping that'll take out of there. Now let's see. Does it have to be a stack or can just one go through? It has to be a stack. Okay, so it will literally do a stack at a time. So if it's going to do a stack at a time, it will give me some time to also just figure this out. So that'll go there. And then I will need one for normal Certus quartz. Okay, so Certus quartz and electric are right there. Jesus. Like, I really don't know. Ow. Okay, so that'll connect like that. Then we have our Certus and whatnot. For the Certus, I'm gonna want to get an inscriber. So it will connect to the inscriber, which will turn it into what I want, which is the calculation press. Sometimes you just gotta give your brain a break for a sec. Which I can make go out of any of these sides. Redstone will need to be in a different spot. Same thing for silicon. But silicon will also need to go through it. So, boom. Where's the inscribers? There they are. So this will be for the silicon. So that'll be Certus quartz. So that's quartz dust. So that'll be a thing. Because I'm just thinking Certus quartz dust. That'll have to get connected to glass here. Honestly, I have so many thoughts going through my brain right now. So silicon, I guess, honestly, for now, I just don't know where I want to put it. Right now, I want to connect the things that need to be connected first. So, like, this will be to glass in it, which will then be able to be put in a barrel, which can then be put into another formulatic assembler, which would be for vibrant, which would require glowstone dust as well. So glowstone dust. I'm gonna need a few things for. Honestly, I should just keep these on me. So I think for glowstone dust specifically, I will make it a chest. For now, because it's like, yeah, glowstone dust would go there. It would craft it, goes into a chest, gets separated, and then yeah, this would make the Certus quartz. Um, what else do I need? Oh my god, there's so many things. It's weird because I wasn't expecting having to do all this, but here I am now, just like flabbergasted in terms of like my brain just not working. Anything interesting? A map. Anyways, I am surprised that one survived. Not long though. Definitely did not survive long. And I do not need this. I just wanted him out of the way because I know enough already. He gets in the way every time. So both of those will combine here to make vibrant glass. And then from both of those, I can take the glowstone dust, the glass, coarse glass, vibrant coarse glass, etc., spread it wherever I need. And now we get to this side, the complex side. So redstone and silicon. I already know I need an inscriber for silicon. It's going to be one of those types of things where it's like, oh, yes, you need to inscribe these. So I guess for now, I will have it go to silicon from here. I put that the wrong way around. It should be this, this, this. So silicon there. Like, in all honesty, I'm gonna need to probably set up a storage drawer system for this. Like, honestly, it might be the actual, like, best option here. Okay, so that's where those meet. Then we'll need to have stuff for both of these because the silicon will just auto get made for it because the silicon I only need for the processor caps. which then I'll need to pipe out somewhere. Let's say here for now. But I'm really debating just having it all pipe out into the same place. But then I would also need to pipe in from the same place, and that's the issue. Unless I set up a storage controller and left them separated. Hmm. Difficult choices. Or I'm just overthinking this and there's a way easier way to do this. Like, and I'm just dumb. Both are very possible. Crystal assemblator, fixer, extended charger. Oh, it just allows. Yeah. What's the difference between these, though? Oh. Oh. Well, I definitely want one of those. Um, you know, I just had a thought. If I set up an ME system, could I? Because, yeah, crafting monitor. I don't know enough about AE2 to, like, 100% say it would work. But if it does, I might be able to just move it back. Oh my god. If so, that means all of this was for nothing, and I might just lose my fucking mind. Oh my god. Because literally the last two things we need. Oh, accidentally got rid of the wrong thing. Like the last 2 to 3 things we need antimatter, advanced AE, and then just a bunch of like compressed blocks that we may or may not ever touch past that. Ooh, we got a bunch of cyanite though. Honestly, the cyanite is so damn useful. Emerald wise, we're okay. Ooh. And is it not going to sleep through the night? There we go. Just had to try it again. Okay, because I'm also thinking about some ideas for this, and I might know what I'm going to be able to do with this. Just need to double check. First, I'm going to drop this off, though, because I want to make sure I have enough power to not have to worry again. But I unironically might be able to just bring all of that AE stuff back in and then use this room finally, for all I know. Like, I would need to spend hours researching that. Like, I know if I went into a full researching on it, I would be here for way too long. Especially when I know I'm not going to be able to do, like, certain things. Um, Emerald wise, I should probably check. Um, I haven't touched this colony in so long. I kind of just let it, I'm just kind of letting it burn itself to the ground in a way. Actually, that might be a great way to get rid of it. Just flames. Jesus Christ, I emptied this out before stream. Oh, I'm out of rotten flesh. Well, so this is kind of what I've been doing to get a bunch of emeralds, because the rotten flesh goes into here and they trade it for emerald. And then like all the extra stuff just goes into here where we have like so many ender pearls. We have so many potatoes and carrots. Stuff I'll never need as much of. We have 2,000 zombie heads. When would we ever need that? I will say one of the things that I actually have been thinking about for the vanilla series is making it not fully vanilla and just like adding small quality of life things like the ability to just do like this, for example, just because I think it would be nice to have, where I wouldn't have to go click 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 click, which honestly I'm surprised they frickin' did that in the first place. Yeah, look at that. All full up. Perfect. Some of them are still creating emerald. Do that real quick. Like, it's going so fast that this can't pick it all up at once. Okay. Let's see. Sold out. Sold out. And we'll wait. Just give it a moment to sell out. It'll happen. I already know it will. Just take some moment. There we go. Perfect. We are definitely getting up there in terms of how many emeralds we have. I'm glad I moved away from this area because this area here is just a pain in the ass. Okay. Now I can come over here and literally just dump it in. We have 5 times 3. We just need a times 4. We also need a lot more uranium stuff to happen. But that's besides the point. We're at a times 5 dirt. We just need a lot more dirt production. But sometimes you don't get so lucky. Okay. Now we need to think. How do we want to get rid of all of the useless stuff for us? That, I could just do this. I could just do this in total. Actually, wait, no, there's not really much of a place to... It's weird. If I were to... Yeah, no. What if I were to bring this up? Yeah, no, I can't. You know what I could do, though? I just had an idea. Wait, no, it's too risky because it would hurt my bees. Shit. because my black hole is too strong. Um, then what am I gonna do? What about this? Hmm. Can I light? Well, this works as an alternative. Literally, I can just burn it all under me, and we'll deal with it as we deal with it. All this dye essence. You know, I haven't really needed dyes in a long time. I wonder why. But yeah, I'm not gonna be on much longer just because I have other stuff I need to do today, which suck. I know next Monday I won't be streaming. This Monday I just have a few things I need to also do on top of everything else. It sucks whenever you have those types of things though, because it's always just like, ugh, we gotta deal with this now. Yay. But I mean, 50/50, I remembered to actually mention this stuff honestly at the beginning of stream. There we go. Now I can just do this again. Because I'd rather not get rid of my freaking silicon, because that stuff is like really valuable for me right now. You know, Minecraft is a pretty chill game. It does make me like reminisce on some of the stuff I used to play. Because sometimes I do wonder what would happen if what would have happened if like certain games just never got popular. And Minecraft is just one of those where it's like, honestly, if it never got popular, it's weird to think where the internet would have gone. Because it's inspired so much. Same thing with like the Mario series and like Legend of Zelda. Like there's so many game series like that that have inspired more to such an extent that it's hard to imagine anything else. And I think that's the terrifying part about it. Being unable to imagine anything else for it. And then I can just burn all of this. It's a lot of fish essence. I definitely don't need all this fish essence, but I have it. That last bit can stay there. It'll despawn on its own. Holy crap. We clean that out now. You know, from all of this, you would hope that maybe, just maybe, we've actually gotten everything, but I know we haven't. Where are we at with obsidian again? We need times 5. So I might as well check since I'm already over here. It would allow me to better understand. So we have 8 times 3. So with 8 times 3, I need a lot for a times 5, but I can think of a few places I could maybe get a bunch of obsidian. But it also does remind me I should check over here, see how this is doing. Damn, this is still going. Oh, it's because this is full, and this isn't going that fast. Let's fix that. Okay. I've actually had some really good ideas with build palettes recently that I want to try, and I think I will try when I get some more time. But it's definitely a fun palette. Of course, there's no upgrades. Okay, so 32. Where's osmium? 32. I'll check my infused alloy. I'll need a stack of both for this. Like a stack each. And then that is kind of like in a weird place for me. Okay, because, yeah, I can get the 2 stacks of that. The obsidian dust. Well, that's a whole separate thing. For now, I'll put this here. Um, yeah, because that's literally for those. Those will slowly go. Um, I need another stack of structural glass. Holy crap. Okay, because, yeah, I do have another stack of this. You know, thinking about it, I definitely need to get these like really sped up and whatnot here. So I'm gonna do this real quick just so I can get a few energy upgrades and speed upgrades. Oh, it's already maxed out in energy. It just needs some speed. What if I completely maxed out its speed? You know. Dang. It is crazy the amount that it's taking, but sometimes it be that way. And boom, boom. There we go. Now it's started up again. And that goes in. Jesus. For now, I'm going to empty that part out. Take that, just so I can frickin' make the rest of this. Boom. And then once enough of that is emptied, I can put stuff away, I will refill. Because in the end, this is like all for. Why is it not coming out? It's like not coming out fast enough. Now that is what I call crazy. Okay. There, now it is starting to fill up. Keeping a good steady rhythm. It's exactly what I need. And then after that one does its thing. Yeah, I don't need it in this one. Okay, where are the slow points? It's doing well. It's the lack of stuff. So in reality, it's not like a slow point. It's just, it just needs more. Anyways, boom. That should be like a good chunk of obsidian for us at least. Like that should really be a good chunk. Um, hopefully. That's the main keyword here. Hopefully. Because that's a lot of crying obsidian turned obsidian. Because this is 59,000 obsidian. Like, we're going to be here a while. I mean, I could put a compressor in that one and just hope, but nah. I can just easily. Boom. Times 4. So we got a times 4 with that. Now we just need another 8 more of the times 4 to get what we need. Let's check the netherrack, because that's the other one we need to check out. Actually, first, radioactive bees. They will have their fun. Um, I believe I have a block of uranium in here somewhere. Yep. Just making doubly sure. Because you never know. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Let's check on the fissile fuel. Because that was the other thing I need to check on. Um... Trying to remember what else. There's just a lot of random stuff. And that's kind of where we have to look towards. Oh, unpin. Yeah, that's empty. Those are empty. Empty. Full. It's literally uranium that is my bottleneck right now. Oh, that's annoying. Because it never used to be a bottleneck. And now it's just, I don't know. Like, it became a bottleneck as soon as we started using so much of it, with big reactors and stuff. But I never had issues with fissile fuel until recently. So, another thing to add to the list. Um, uranium seeds. Okay, that isn't too expensive. By that I mean it's pretty expensive with the lack of prosperity shards I have. You know, it's a shame that this doesn't grow prosperity shards. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'd totally set up a farm for it. Okay. So next let's next check to see if we actually have some. Like a good amount of prosperity. As I miss. We have a lot of glowstone that we can turn into glowstone dust for stuff. We have 13 blocks of prosperity. That's something. It's not the most in the world, but not the least. It's enough to do this. And then I can just easily go pop. And I am gonna have to. So that's 16. So I'll need a stack of each. I mean, it's not impossible. Yeah, if I turn this into bars, then I should have enough uranium. Cool, that's enough uranium. Now we just need enough of the blue shit. But that's not hard. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, and 64. Bump, 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 bump. But yeah, let's just do this. Get a bunch of uranium seeds, and then, yeah, it should help us a lot. Because by adding all this uranium stuff, we won't have to worry again. And boom. And like, yeah, we're gonna have a bunch, but I'd rather have a bunch of uranium than none at all. Because it's better to have more than less with these. Because the bees are only so good, is the thing. And they're not the most reliable constantly. And that's like my biggest gripe with them. I think I'm gonna just do like one more instead of like 16. I don't think I need to waste that much. If I do, I do, but For now, I'm gonna try 4 more and see if that at least fixes it. But there's no 100% guarantee with it, which, yay. Like, oh boy, here we go. You know, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. My brain just completely, like, left the station there. Sorry. Um, that is for blue to red. Oh, there it is. I was like, I made 4. Where'd the last one go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. That should help a good chunk. One of these days, what I'm probably gonna have to do is just a bunch of growth accelerators under all of these is probably gonna be the best option. Because, like, yeah, like, this is the very bottom. But as you can see, it's still very limited. Like, right here is where the blue goes up to, and then the red too, and whatnot. Like, I am debating it more. But, like, I don't know. I've also debated seeing if it works with the Grow Accelerator from Project E, but I believe that takes power, if I remember correctly. Because if it uses power, it's kind of like, well, what's the point at that point for me? Because I'd rather keep it close to something more important. Yeah, see, power. It's always power that it uses. Either way, I still have work today. Yay. But that's later in the day. I have stuff I need to do before then. That's why I'm not doing a full stream today. Other than that, though, exclamation mark Dislab for those who are not already part of it, and exclamation mark YouTube for those who want to go watch the VODs and catch up with the series or whatever else. I know we didn't do a lot today. I honestly thought we would get more done, but I completely forgot how expensive some of this stuff is. Shit happens, but I hope you'll have wonderful days. And just remember that next Monday there will not be a stream. I will be busy. I have a doctor appointment. So I will see you on Wednesday for our next stream, because I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.